What's up? Hell no!
Imagine this. You're scrolling through social media, maybe laughing at a funny video or watching someone's day unfold in real time. Now imagine that in the next second, you witness someone's final moments. Not in a movie, not in a scripted scene, but live, unfiltered, and completely real. That's exactly what happened on August 3rd, 2025, when thousands of people watched a man named Kevin Watson, known to everyone as Tugg, get shot and killed while streaming on Facebook Live. And here's the most chilling part. The video didn't stop recording. It kept going, streaming his last breaths to the world. Before we dive into this heartbreaking story, if you're new here, welcome to One Crime at a Time. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss a case. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this channel. Now let's get into it. Kevin Watson wasn't just a name on a screen. He was a real person. A 42-year-old man from Chicago's South Austin neighborhood. To his friends and followers, he was Tugg. That's what people called him. That's what he went by online. And Tugg had become pretty well known in his community for his Facebook live streams. He'd go live regularly, talking about his day, his thoughts, whatever was on his mind. It was his way of connecting with people. His way of being seen and heard. And on that summer evening in August, he was doing what he always did. Just talking. Just being himself. He had no idea that this stream would be his last. South Austin is a neighborhood on Chicago's west side. It's a place that's seen its share of struggles. Violence. Poverty. Crime. It's one of those areas where people are just trying to get by, trying to survive. And Tugg was part of that community. He knew the streets. He knew the risks. But on that day, he was just standing in a parking lot on West Madison Street. A parking lot that, by the way, was just blocks away from a police station. Think about that for a second. Blocks away from where officers are stationed. And yet, what was about to happen, happened anyway. Tugg was wearing a chain that day. Just a piece of jewelry. Something that meant something to him. Maybe it was a gift. Maybe he saved up for it. Maybe it represented something. We don't know the full story behind it, but we do know this. Someone wanted it. And they were willing to kill for it. So here's Tugg, phone in hand, streaming live to his followers. People are watching. People are commenting. It's just another day. Just another stream. And then, out of nowhere, someone approaches him. We don't see everything that happens before the moment, but we hear Tugg's voice. Clear as day. He says two words. Two words that would be his last recorded statement to the world.
Hell no!
That's what he said. Hell no. He refused. He wasn't going to give up his chain. He wasn't going to be robbed. Not today. Not like this. And then the shots rang out. The sound of gunfire is unmistakable. Even through a phone speaker, even through the chaos, you know exactly what it is. And the people watching, they knew too. In that moment, thousands of people went from casually scrolling to witnessing a murder. They saw Tugg fall. They heard the panic. They watched as the phone kept recording. Because here's the thing about Facebook Live. It doesn't stop just because something terrible happens. It keeps going. The algorithm doesn't care. The stream doesn't pause. It just keeps broadcasting. And so for several minutes after Tugg was shot, the video continued. People in the comments were freaking out, asking if this was real, begging someone to call for help, screaming into the void of the internet, hoping that someone, anyone, could do something. But by the time help arrived, it was too late. Tugg was rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital. Doctors tried. They really did. But at 6:52 p.m. that evening, Kevin Watson was pronounced dead. 42 years old. Gone. Just like that. Over a chain. Now, let's pause here for a moment and talk about what this really means. Because this isn't just about one man being killed in Chicago. This is about something bigger. Something that's been growing for years now. The intersection of social media and violence. The way our lives are broadcasted in real time. The way tragedy has become content. Think about it. How many videos have you seen where something awful happens and someone's first instinct is to record it? How many times have you watched something unfold on your screen and felt that weird, uncomfortable feeling of being a witness to something you shouldn't be seeing? Tugg's death went viral. Millions of people watched that video. Millions. And I have to ask, what does that say about us? What does it say about our culture that we can watch someone die and then keep scrolling? Some people watched out of morbid curiosity. Some watched because they couldn't believe it was real. Some watched because they knew Tugg and wanted to understand what happened. But the fact remains, his final moments became entertainment. They became a spectacle. And that's deeply disturbing. But let's get back to the case itself. Because while the world was processing what they'd just witnessed, investigators were trying to figure out who did this. Who killed Tugg? And why? The police had a theory pretty quickly. This was a robbery gone wrong. Or maybe it was a robbery that went exactly as planned, depending on how you look at it. Someone wanted Tugg's chain. He refused. They shot him. Simple as that. Cold. Calculated. Brutal. But here's where things get even more complicated. In the days and weeks following Tugg's death, the video continued to circulate. People shared it. News outlets covered it. It became a symbol of the violence plaguing Chicago's South and West Sides.
Kevin Watson's murder has already been viewed nearly 2 million times on Facebook as he was killed in the middle of...
And while some people used it to raise awareness, others used it for clicks, for views, for engagement. Tugg's death became a commodity. His life reduced to a viral moment. And then there's the question of the killer. As of the information available, there hasn't been widespread reporting of an arrest in this case. That means someone out there got away with murder. Someone walked up to Tugg, shot him in broad daylight blocks from a police station, while being recorded on video, and they're still out there. How does that happen? How does someone commit a crime that's literally filmed and shared with millions of people and still evade justice? This is where the story takes its darkest turn. Because Tugg's murder isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a pattern. Chicago has been struggling with gun violence for years. The numbers are staggering. The stories are heartbreaking. And the reality is that many of these cases go unsolved. Families are left without answers. Communities are left without justice. And the cycle continues. So let's talk about the psychological side of this. Why would someone kill over a chain? What goes through someone's mind that makes them value a piece of jewelry more than a human life? Is it desperation? Is it greed? Is it something deeper, something tied to respect and reputation in certain communities? In some neighborhoods, what you wear sends a message. It says something about who you are, what you have, what you're willing to protect. And for some people, taking something from someone else is about power. It's about proving they can. It's about status. But here's what I want you to think about. Tugg said no. He refused to give up his chain. Was that brave or was that foolish? Some people would say he should have just given it up. That no material possession is worth your life. Others would say he had every right to stand his ground, to refuse to be victimized. There's no easy answer here. Because in that moment, Tugg made a choice. And that choice cost him his life. Could he have known it would end this way? Probably. The streets aren't forgiving. But he chose to stand firm anyway. And now he's gone. And what about the people who watched? The thousands who saw it happen in real time? What kind of psychological impact does that have? To witness a murder from the safety of your own home? To see someone alive 1 second and dead the next? Some viewers were traumatized. Some were desensitized. Some couldn't look away. And that raises another uncomfortable question. Have we become numb to violence? Has the constant stream of graphic content on social media made us less human? Less empathetic? Tugg's story forces us to confront these questions. It forces us to think about the world we're living in. A world where death is streamed live. Where tragedy is monetized. Where justice isn't guaranteed. Where a man can be killed over a chain and the world just keeps spinning. So here's what I want to leave you with today. What would you have done in Tugg's position? Would you have given up the chain? Would you have fought back? And as a viewer, as someone who consumes content online, what responsibility do we have when we witness violence? Do we share it? Do we report it? Do we look away? These aren't easy questions, but they're important ones. Because Kevin Tugg Watson was a real person. He had a life. He had people who loved him. And now he's a cautionary tale. A viral video. A case study in everything that's wrong with our relationship with technology and violence. If this case affected you, if it made you think, if it made you feel something, then do me a favor. Hit that like button. Share this video. Subscribe to One Crime at a Time and click that bell icon because we're going to keep telling these stories. We're going to keep asking these hard questions. And we're going to keep demanding justice for people like Tugg. Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And as always, stay safe out there. Because you never know when your next moment could be your last.